clear ejection for Draymond Green.
He's unstable.
The reason they can't count on him is because of the consistency of his demeanor.
Draymond has had a long history of cheap shots in this league.
Yeah.
Why do they call you knocker? Actually, there's a funny story behind that. You're gonna love this. True story.
Do you remember all those beautiful movies about friendship? About people who keep you going through toughest times? About people who help you to withstand the absolutely worst? About people who make you better? My favorite is Good Will Hunting, highly recommended. Go check that one if you haven't seen it. Now let's get back to main story. It feels like deja vu all over again. But at this stage of Draymond's career, with his history, I do not think that any one of us can and should be surprised. How detrimental Draymond's antics are to his team, every one of us knows. He is the gel, the soul and beating heart of this team, and every single ejection, foul and questionable behavior is simply crippling his team. Let's have again a short overview of some of the Dray's antics, so we have a refreshed background to my vlog. I will try to keep it brief, as exposing ourselves to such footage is like eating sandwiches with asbestos. Not recommended. 2016, 4th game of NBA Finals, Golden State vs Cavaliers. Dray wanted to check James' nuts, if all is good. After all, when you are after 30, regular checkups are recommended. Apparently refs and James have not appreciated it nor understood his intentions. This led to Draymond's suspension, and Cavaliers pulled a historic comeback to win the title after being down 3-1. 2018-2019, an infamous drama between KD and Draymond, which as of now is almost a meme. This led to KD's departure from Golden State. Dray in deciding moments decided to achieve a turnover, instead of passing to KD. Then there were "we don't need you to win" comments and KD was gone. 2022-23, going full Mike Tyson mode versus Jordan Poole. Dray punched the talent out of Jordan Poole after being called as an expensive backpack by the youngster. It resulted only in a fine, and definitely helped to improve the atmosphere in the locker room. 2023-24, Rudy Gobert decided to apply for UFC contract, not knowing about it. The scoreline was 0-0, second minute of the game. So understandably, the emotions were sky high and Dray could not contain his excitement. The result of this glorious act? 5-game suspension. 2023-24, Nurkic learns how to absorb punches, like he was taking part in another Jackass movie with Johnny Knoxville and his crew. Dray was awarded with indefinite suspension, during which he wasted no time and was blackmailing the league with gossips that he might retire. Or opposite, how great his counseling is and that he is now a second incarnation of Jesus. But there was more, and you know it. I just do not want to make out of this movie a compilation of Draymond Green's soccer moves and punches. And now, we are in March of 2024, and the glorious parade of Dray towards MMA championship is at full speed. Nothing can stop him. First, Patty Mills naively asked Green to show him the Rudy Gobert move. And voila! He got what he asked for, and he did it so good that there was no flagrant foul called. Then, our superhero decided to show that despite the fact that he is aging, he still can be sneakily fast. 2 technical fouls in less than 4 minutes. This should be an Olympic sport. An achievement about which Dray will be bragging with during Christmas dinner for at least next 30 years. And yes, this is where this video starts to get serious. What is Draymond's impact on the health of his opponents we all know by now. But there is another aspect. Golden State is maybe most successful franchise in the NBA, alongside Spurs, post-Jordan Bulls era. They had great runs, won multiple trophies, being a constant threat and in contention for championship past decade. Now the sun seems to be slowly setting for them. But Golden State Warriors seems to have enough in tank for maybe one last playoffs run. The last dance.
And this is what Steph had to say after the game.
We need him. He knows that. We all know that.
After Dray got ejected for those 2 technical fouls under 4 minutes, Steph got very emotional. You could clearly see that he looked like he was actually crying. Steph Curry, who maybe is the greatest point guard to ever play the game, the baby-faced assassin, always being very professional during his career. He is now 36 years old, but still has amazing stats, and he still keeps delivering for his team. Just please have a look at his season averages. This guy still posts crazy number. Over 26 points per game, over 4 rebounds per game, and over 5 assists per game. Those are still elite numbers. And then there is Chris Paul, who joined Warriors, and his nemesis Steph. Those two had long-going beef, but besides this, they are focused on winning and professional. CP3 obviously hoped to have a shot for his one and possibly only one ring. He is 38 years old, willing to play second fiddle and back up to Steph, just to win his first chip and put a cherry on top of his amazing career. That is a proper dedication. Have a look at his numbers too. Those are still very respectable stats. Golden State can be a formidable opponent to any team if they manage to get to playoffs. If they manage to get to playoffs. Currently, they sit on 10th place, last place giving them chance to progress into postseason via play-in tournament. It is very tight, and Houston Rockets are right on their back. So there is a chance for some postseason glory this year. This may be one last dance, as I said earlier, but there is one major obstacle: Draymond Green.
It's time for the Warriors to part ways with Draymond Green. Mike Dunleavy, Joe Lacob, Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, they're going to have that tough conversation.
He is the fire, the heart of this team, but in the same time he is the poison. Golden State desperately need Dray on the floor in every next game, and he still behaves in this erratic, idiotic and absurdal way. Those are last moments of glory for this dynasty, and he keeps failing them. Can he keep his head cool? There are more and more voices that Draymond should be out of the league, that he's posing an actual threat to the health of other players. Not to mention that he's making the league and commissioner simply look stupid. It started to look like a cycle. Dray gets ejected, Dray gets suspended, Dray records podcast about how hard it is for him and how he is changing himself into monk in literally few days. And he sings Kumbaya, and he loves everyone on earth. Then he gets back on court, few games pass, and history repeats itself, and Draymond kicks someone in the nuts, or chokes, or gets ejected. But the time is precious. Time is not something you can get back, and sooner than later it will run out for Golden State Warriors, and we will be wondering how many championships they could have if Draymond was mentally stable, probably at least one more. If you would ask me, I do believe that Draymond will be gone after this season from Golden State, and if I had to bet, he will land in Lakers with LeBron. But how will this season play out in the end? Will Golden State get to playoffs? Will they provide us, NBA fans, with maybe last show of strength? And can they win a ring? We will know very shortly. The regular season ends in just few weeks. Play-in tournament starts on 16th April. And currently it would look like Golden State will be facing Lakers. But still there are some games left. Everything can change. Everything is possible. Everything is on the line. Guys, as always, if you want more content like this, hit like and subscribe. I would love to see more subscribers on my channel, as it currently gets respectable views for a newbie like me, but it does not convert to subscription. So it would be great if it could change. It is my hobby, but I love it. It gives me joy and you are part of this journey. See you next time!